Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of high school football here on Eagle Pass Sports Central on a Thursday evening, coming to you from the SAC here in Laredo, where the Eagles are coming in to play the United South Panthers in a very important district game here just a couple of weeks before the end of the season. The Eagles are about to kick off on your screen. We'll welcome our broadcast partner, Morris Lipson Jr., into the broadcast here. As soon as kickoff is underway, there it is. And it is a line drive kick fielded at about the 18 by David Gonzalez. Takes it over to the right side. Flags fly down on the field. Gonzalez is going to be brought down at about the 40. And Morris, as we bring you in here to the broadcast, 7 o'clock kickoff for the Eagles and the United South Panthers. United South with a losing record in the season, 1-2 in district, just like the Eagles are, 1-2 in district. So this is a very important game for the Eagles.
Very, very important here for the Eagle Pass Eagles tonight on a nice evening in Laredo at the SAC over at the United ISD Sports Complex. First on the kickoff, immediately penalties.
So this will set the United South Panthers back to the 13-yard line, and that is where the Panthers will start their drive at the top of the ball game here. Want to thank all of you who are joining us on Eagle Pass Sports Central and on KINL 92.7 down home in Eagle Pass. Under center is the quarterback, Gonzalez. He will hand off to Horacio Miranda, the senior running back, and Miranda will be dropped at the 22, just about a yard shy of a first down.
Number 21, Armando Leckler, comes up and makes the tackle there on the left hash mark.
You are missed, partner, anytime you're not alongside me on these games. You do a good job of calling the defense there and the defensive tackles. 2nd and 1. Here's Gonzalez with a counter now to the running back. He's got plenty of room here to the 25, to the 30. Still now Jukes at the 35, at the 40, and finally pushed out of bounds. Carlos Segovia, the senior wide receiver. We heard the coaches talk about him. We heard Roger Oliva say what a dangerous receiver and all-around athlete Carlos Segovia is. They'll mark him out at the 47.
He comes down to the right sideline, finally pushed out by number 23, Adrian Rodriguez, as they line up, Ruben, and they've got this system where they look over and get their play and then proceed with the play.
To the 46 now, David Gonzalez, the junior quarterback, in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, keeps it himself. Up the middle he goes. And he'll get inside Eagle territory now. It looks like the ball might have been on the ground there for a little bit, but they'll call Gonzalez down at the Eagle 48.
You know, Ruben, the Eagle defense have got so far in this first drive by United South, they're really going to have to start making some adjustments.
See what the Eagle defense, how they can adjust here. As Gonzalez again in the shotgun. From the near hash mark, hands off to Segovia. Segovia turns upfield at the 45, and that's good enough for a Panther first down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
Really good job of handling the ball by David Gonzalez, the quarterback. He really faked it really well. Looked like he had the ball as it went to the opposite side of the field.
We haven't seen a pass thrown yet by this United South offense. All on the ground, a drive that started at their own 13-yard line. Segovia now from the shotgun takes the snap. Here's the handoff, rather. That's Gonzalez who hands off to Segovia. Inside the 40, he goes to the 39.
Segovia really getting a lot of yards after initial contact. The Eagle defensive front four have really got to start making some penetration.
The Eagle defense on their heels early on in this ballgame. We've seen this happen to them early on in district play against United and against Alexander, looking for a defensive stand here early on in the game. 9:26 left in the first quarter, still scoreless here from the sack. Here's the first pass of the game, and that is called an incomplete pass intended for number 1, Joaquin Montemayor. And on the first pass attempt of the ball game, it brings up now a 3rd and 6.
Gonzalez took the snap in the shotgun, looked the other way, and then quickly spun and fired it over to the near sideline, but it was behind the receiver.
And so, on a 3rd and 6 now, the Eagle defense has a chance to bear down. Gonzalez is going to put a man in motion here to the near side. They'll look to the near sideline for the offensive adjustment. Gonzalez moves Segovia to his left hip pre-snap. There is the snap, the handoff to Segovia, who tries to bounce right, and he gets met by number 42 for the Eagles, Diego Villarreal, with a huge defensive stand at the 39-yard line.
Just what the Eagle defense was looking for, as they had that hold plugged up really well, as number 42, like you mentioned, Diego Villarreal, stepped up and met him head on.
On comes the punting team, it looks like, for the Panthers. One man deep, that's Pepe Hernandez back there inside his own 10 dangerous territory. Now they're going to come up, and we'll see if they're going to get this punt off. It's a fake, and Gonzalez hands off to the man who was lined up as the punter. That's number 20, Arturo Gonzalez, and nothing doing there. Good job of the Eagle coverage team there of sniffing that out, and actually a loss of yards on that play to the 40. That's where the Eagles will take over.
Ruben, the way they set up in pump formation, and then at the last moment, he went under center, and everybody lined up behind him, handed it off to who was going to be the punter, but the Eagle defense was up to the task.
Good job by the Eagles of stopping him there. Ball on the near hash mark now at the 40-yard line. Andres Garcia will keep it himself. Has room on the right, gets met at the 44 and tumbles over the defender to the 45. A gain of 5 yards on the quarterback carry for Andy Garcia.
The Eagles coaching staff has mentioned how the Eagles have got off to a slow start, especially against Alexander and United. The Eagle offense here really needs to be on all cylinders.
It's happened to them the first 2 games in district now. They've got to jump on top early, and movement there by the right guard on the Eagle line is going to cost them the 5 yards they gained on first down. Back to the 40 they go. Going to be a 2nd and 10 now.
And those are the penalties that really hurt you.
They do. In this case, they wipe out a 5-yard gain on first down by Andres Garcia, and the Eagles have to go back to the drawing board now on 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Garcia in the shotgun. The keeper again on the draw at the 45, puts an arm up, it gets to midfield, and he's finally dragged down at midfield. That's going to be good enough for an Eagle first down.
Really fine job of Garcia reading which way to go, decided to go over the left side, and was able to get the first down.
Quickly to the line come the Eagles. There's the snap. Garcia looks left. Here comes the pass, overthrown for his intended receiver, Sebastian Velasquez. Clock will stop on 2nd down.
You will see the Eagle offense do that often. When they get a first down, and it looks like the other defense slacks off, they very quickly go into a hurry-up offense. Right now they're lining up, though, and taking their time.
2nd and 10 from midfield. Garcia has Kadrian Rodriguez in the backfield with him and two receivers on either side. Quick pass to Willie Frausto, caught at the 15. He's going to be dropped right there. Nowhere for Willie Frausto to go after that catch. Number 14, Esteban Gonzalez, senior linebacker, with the tackle.
You know, they really are not giving him a lot of cushion out over there, so you might even look the Eagles. Maybe not. This is 3rd and long to maybe go try to work the sidelines on a 1-on-1 coverage.
See if they can get single coverage. Again, two receivers on either side of the formation for Andres Garcia. Kadrian Rodriguez in the backfield with him. There's a snap. He'll drop back, look downfield. There goes the pass. He's got a man open. Willie Frausto with the catch at the 20 and into the end zone for the Eagle touchdown. A 50-yard touchdown strike from Andres Garcia to Willie Frausto. No flags on the field, and the Eagles are on the board first, 6-0.
Well, they got what they wanted. They set it up nice. They got a 1-on-1 on the opposite side of the field. And Willie Frausto was able to open up a lot of space there and a perfectly thrown pass by Garcia.
Absolutely over the right shoulder where it needed to be, and streaking down the sideline was Willie Frausto. 6-0 is the Eagle lead with 6:39 left in the first quarter. On comes Lázaro Frausto for the point after attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick is blocked and still on the ground at the 11-yard line. No good on the point after attempt, and the score will stay 6-0 with 6:39 left in the first quarter. We're going to step away real quickly. Six to nothing is the Eagle lead with 6:39 left in the first quarter. After a strong first drive by the Eagles that ended with a 50-yard touchdown pass from Andres Garcia to Willie Frausto down the right sideline. Here is Lázaro Frausto now with the kickoff after the touchdown. It will be fielded at about the 6 and dropped there by Roel Hernandez, picked up at the 15, at the 20. He's got room at the 30, and he gets tripped up there. But an outstanding return by Roel Hernandez all the way across the 30-yard line after muffing that close to his own end zone.
Number 17, Troy Sanford, made the tackle for the Eagle Pass Eagles. Ball is on the left hash mark at the 33-yard line, Ruben, and United South going from left to right across your screen.
The Eagles wearing those road all-white uniforms with the orange striping down the side and those white helmets. The Panther offense will go to work again from the 33. Here's a handoff to the man in motion. There's a flag on the play. I thought I might have seen some movement along the United South offensive line. We'll wait to get the call here from our referee tonight. 6:23 left in the first quarter, rather. And here is indeed a false start call that'll cost the Panthers 5 yards back to the 28, where it'll be first and 15. We want to thank our sponsors on behalf of Universal Media Connections, Valde Record Service, Nevada's Law Firm, Allstate Onésimo Elizondo, Sarita's Tortilla Factory, TNT Rentals, IBC Bank, Stat Emergency, R&R Safety-Wear LLC, Tienda de los Venados, Jed Harper, Attorney at Law, Tabany Insurance, Chapa Law Group, Choches Barbecue, Benavides Roads Insurance, Lorena Melo State Farm. We'll get to the rest of those right after this snap. Segovia in motion. He'll get the snap on a reverse, then the double reverse over to Joaquin Montemayor, trying to turn the corner on the far side. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 35. We want to finish thanking our sponsors: Brown Chevrolet, Vargas Hardware, Ruiz & Associate, Maverick AC Supplies, Rudy's Optical, Yopos, United Medical Centers, and on behalf of Eagle Pass Sports Central, we want to thank our sponsors: Brown Chevrolet, Buick GMC of Eagle Pass, Ancira Ford of Eagle Pass, State Representative Eddie Morales, and Choche's Barbecue, IBC Bank. 5:52 left in the first. Here's a 2nd and 9 from the 34 for the Panthers. Rolling right is Gonzalez. He's going to look downfield, throws a pass. It is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver right there at midfield, Jonathan Tello. And good coverage by the Eagles there in the area.
Two defenders there, number 2, Walker Finlayson, and number 23 also there. That Adrian Rodriguez. So quarterback Gonzalez throwing on the run.
Finding some room. And we are back with you now. It seems like a little internet outage there. In the meantime, the Eagle defense has forced a 4th down at midfield with 3:54 left here in the first quarter. The punt will be on its way. It's a high punt. Pepe Hernandez waits for it at the 16, comes all the way down here to the near side at the 30, cuts back at the 35, and he'll be pushed out of bounds right in that area with 3:35 left here in the first quarter. Another defensive stop, Morris, by that Eagle defense.
Very good defensive series for the Eagle defense. They were able to hold them. And the punt, like Ruben mentioned, taken by Pepe Hernandez, who came to the near sideline and gets that out to the 31-yard line.
That's where the Eagles will start. Andres Garcia in the shotgun, 2 receivers on either side. He's got Cadrian Rodriguez there on his left hip. The handoff is to Kadrian Rodriguez, who bounces right, and he's got room at the 40-45, and then tripped up as he nears midfield, brought down at the 49-yard line. A good opening there, Morris, for Kadrian Rodriguez.
Good job by Kadrian Rodriguez. They handed the ball off over the right side. And here come the Eagles with that hurry-up offense.
Quickly to the 49-yard line. Andres Garcia asking for the snap. He'll turn and pass to Willie Frausto on the far side, who makes a couple of moves and then heads upfield on the far side. And a very good job quickly in Panther territory to the 34.
After the first touchdown that Willie Frausto caught, they're gonna give him some cushion over there on that far side.
And he took advantage of it there with that pass and run. Again, Garcia to the line quickly from the 34. The handoff is to Kadrian Rodriguez. He'll get tripped up before he reaches the 30 to the 31, a gain of 3 yards. A 2nd and 7 now coming up for the Eagles. 2:45 left in the first quarter. The Eagles leading by 6.
Eagles on the move here on their second possession. They lead in this ball game 7-0, 6-0.
Here is the call from the official. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Eagles on the dead balls after the play. It's going to be a first down, but it will move them 15 yards in the opposite direction. They're going to end up at the 46 now.
Those are the kind of calls that, especially dead ball fouls for unsportsmanlike conduct, that just drive coaches crazy.
They sure do. You can see Coach Tom Gonzalez out on the field over on the far side. From the 46 now, it's a 2nd and 21. I don't know why that would be a second down if it was a dead ball and after the play, but it's a 2nd down. Garcia looks to the right side. He's got a man open there. That's Pepe Hernandez, who whirls around and heads downfield at the 20-15 and into the end zone for a touchdown. No flags back here on the field, and they've done it again. That Andres Garcia to Pepe Hernandez connection. Pepe Hernandez caught that at about the 39-yard maybe and then headed straight downfield after making a couple of defenders miss.
You know, Garcia threaded the needle on that one, and then Pepe Hernandez just did a fabulous job over there of spinning and then just tiptoeing, turning on the speed down the sideline.
A 46-yard touchdown catch and run for Pepe Hernandez makes it 12-0 rather for the moment. And the Eagles look like they're bringing their offense maybe onto the field for a 2-point try to get this to 14-0.
They may have to hurry here because there's only 8 seconds on the play clock, so we may see the first timeout used here. Maybe not.
Cutting it very close. Now, here comes the first timeout, and it comes with 2:11 in the first quarter. The Eagles have a 12-0 lead. When we come back, they will attempt a 2-point conversion. Thing is the Eagle lead, and here comes a 2-point conversion attempt. Andres Garcia in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left of the formation. He'll put Willie Frausto in motion. Throws right. Was looking for Pepe Hernandez on a little slant. Slightly overthrown there. Good coverage, though, there on Pepe Hernandez by Rodrigo Gutierrez, the senior defensive back. And so the score remains, Morris, as we keep the broadcast right here down on the field. Score remains 12-0, but the Eagles have, at least for now, not fallen behind early. It's what the coaches were talking about, and it's what happened to them in the first 2 games in the district season. And the way this defense is looking, the offense might soon get the ball back again.
Well, Ruben, the Eagles have started well this football game, scoring on their first two possessions. Our special teams have, I think, hurt a little bit with the point after, but a 12-0 lead with 2:11 left here in the first quarter.
Lázaro Frasto will kick this off. There are two men back to receive for United South. That's Roel Hernandez, and it looks like maybe Joaquin Montemayor here on the near side. On a warm, muggy evening in South Texas. Definitely not fall-like weather where we're at. We're supposed to get a little cold front come through here over the weekend. Here's the kickoff from Frausto. It's a good one. It's going to be fielded by Hernandez inside the 5. He'll streak up the far sideline, cuts left now, and he's met by an Eagle defender across the 25 at the 28.
It was number 24, Christian Gonzalez, who took him out of bounds on the far sideline. If you just joined us, and of course you're seeing it either on YouTube or on Eagle Pass Sports Central Facebook, the Eagles on the far side and the United South Panthers right here below us here at the SAC in Laredo.
12-0 is the Eagle lead for the meantime. Here's Gonzalez with a quick pass to Segovia, who makes the catch at the 25, and then slips a bunch of defenders, and there goes Carlos Segovia all the way into the end zone. A 72-yard touchdown catch and run. Morris, there were about 3 Eagles around him,
at least,
and he managed to slip them, and then he was off to the races.
Well, nobody wrapped him. I don't know whether they assumed somebody else was going to make the tackle, but all of a sudden, like you said, and once he got going, he spun and started down the sideline. He just outran everybody to the end zone.
A one-play, 72-yard touchdown drive by the United South Panthers. Arturo Gonzalez is on for the point after attempt. The left-footed kicker. The kick is on its way, and it's good. And just like that, the score, Eagles 12, Panthers 7, with 1:44 left in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. $7:44 left in the first quarter. And the score now, Eagles 12, Panthers 7. Morris, football is a game of momentum. And it certainly looked like that was in the Eagles' favor until that touchdown right there. This kickoff is going to be picked up at about the 15 by Sebastian Velasquez, or Sebastian Diaz. And he slipped as he crosses the 15. They're going to mark him down at 17. But the Eagles have had everything in their favor and had the momentum in their favor. And a play like that changes that completely.
Well, not only that, you get the football on not really a good return on the kickoff. You get the ball at the 16-yard line, 17-yard line, and now the pressure on the Eagle offense to sustain this drive. We've got 7:42.
That doesn't look right to me either.
No.
I looked over on that. I think the clock operator is a little off there. I think that's what they're going to talk about, because according to my notes, that touchdown was scored with 1:44 left in the first quarter. Next thing I know, I looked up, and I know that there are certain home field advantages that you get when you travel, but Adding a whole 6 minutes to the clock. I don't know about that.
There you go. 1:33.
A minute 33 is where it should be.
I looked over there, and it's one of the first few times that I've been speechless.
You felt like you went back in time.
Yeah, I think my wife would have liked that if I went speechless.
A minute 33 left here. Ball is on the near hash mark. Andres Garcia in the shotgun, takes the snap. The handoff is to Kadrian Rodriguez, who bounces right. Does a good job of navigating through that Panther defense there down at the 21. It's a gain of 4 yards there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6.
The Eagle offense now having to get moving here, regain the momentum.
Ball now is on the far hash mark. Garcia is going to move 2 receivers here to the near side, the left side of the formation. Now he'll move them closer to the formation. That's Sebastian Velasquez and Sebastian Diaz. Here is the handoff to Willie Frausto. He's going to get tripped up in the backfield back here at the 18-yard line. A slow developing play that I don't think worked out the way the Eagles had planned it.
Number 14, Esteban Gonzalez, the linebacker for the Panthers, came back there and disrupted the whole play. Was able to just reach out and sort of trip him up as he went down.
It's a 3rd and 9 now from the 18-yard line. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. All 3 receivers will be down here on the near side. Pepe Hernandez all by himself right at the top of the formation. And Andres Garcia by himself in the backfield. He'll roll left, looks downfield, has to step up in the pocket now, lets the pass go. There's Pepe Hernandez at the 41-yard line, puts a move on his man, now coming here to the near side. Up the field he goes at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He's got to be careful because he might have had some words for the cornerback that was chasing him there. No flag on the play and no flags back here. The Eagles are on the board after another long touchdown pass, an 82-yard touchdown pass this time.
What a fine setup there, though. They had him on the left side, and he went all the way across the field. It showed you the arm strength from Garcia, and then he cut across the field back to the near sideline here. And like you said, after he turned on the Rockets, I think he looked back and sort of coasted into the end zone.
He did, and I think he might have had some words for the defensive back that was chasing him. That was the last play of the first quarter, by the way. And so the point after by Lázaro Frausto will end the first quarter. It's a false start against the Eagles on the point after attempt. It'll move them back, and it's going to make this now a 25-yard point after attempt for Lázaro Frausto.
18-7, if you just joined us here. We're about to start the second half the second quarter, as soon as they kick this point after.
Frausto had the first one blocked. Here is the kick this time. A high kick that gets through the uprights and is good. At the end of the first quarter, Eagles 19, Panthers 7. We'll take a quick break and be right back. (19-7) is the Eagle lead at the start of the second quarter. 3 very long touchdown passes for Andres Garcia in this half already. A 50-yarder, a 71-yarder, or a 31-yarder, rather, and then that last one, 82 yards for the touchdown. Here's a kickoff now by Lázaro Frausto. It's on its way. It'll be fielded by Roel, actually one of the upmen, at the 20-yard line. And he'll come up. Is that the quarterback, Daniel Gonzalez? We've got another number 16. That's David Gonzalez, the quarterback. And the bad news, if you're the Panthers, is your return man who's also your quarterback, came up limping there
Yes, he
from
did.
that return.
He was trying to be nonchalant about it, but when he went down, you could tell that he was a little bit of pain.
The 36 is the line of scrimmage for the Panthers on their first drive of the second quarter. Gonzalez is all by himself in the backfield. He'll take the snap, keeps it himself up the middle. He goes, takes it to the left side of the formation and across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Again, a 6 yards on the quarterback keeper.
11:43 and counting in the second quarter. Eagles with a 19-7 lead.
We want to thank all of you who are joining us on Eagle Pass Sports Central on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Back home and wherever you are, we've got folks listening to us from all over the state, in Texas, and all over the country, thanks to the magic of the internet. 11:20 left in the first half. Gonzalez again alone in the backfield, drops back. There's the pass, and that is incomplete. There it is. I think we saw that develop, partner. They're going to get Walker Finlayson for holding on for dear life to the receiver that he was covering.
Well, what happened is he kind of gave himself away because he sort of grabbed onto him and then puts his hands up in the air saying, "Hey,
I'll call the hold on Walker Finlayson. That puts the ball now in Eagle territory at the 49. And it's a first down for the Panthers from there.
One of the few times that the Panthers have actually gone to the air.
That's right. Mostly a ground-based attack for the majority of the first quarter. Now we're seeing Gonzalez in the backfield all by himself with 5 receivers across the formation. You look to this side, Roel Hernandez with the catch right at midfield, and this time the Eagle defenders make sure that the receiver doesn't get away from them. Number 25 for the Eagles, Isar Mauricio with the tackle.
There was 4 Eagles around that receiver after he caught the football, and this time they were very sure-handed in their tackling.
You'll give them forward progress to the 48, so it's going to be a 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. On the near hash mark, 10:40 left in the first half. Now Gonzalez rolls right after faking the handoff, and he's got a man wide open. Jonathan Tello with the catch, and he'll move upfield before being tripped up by Walker Finlayson near the 20-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 21, and that young man was wide open there in the middle of that zone.
I was about to say that he was wide open. We had a mix-up in our coverage there. He was wide open on the right flat, and then he got a lot of yards after the catch.
Big gain there gets the Panthers a first down to the 21. The Eagle defense looking to hold as the Panthers come knocking on the door close to the red zone. Gonzalez with the handoff for Segovia, and he gets drilled at the line of scrimmage. Number 34, Devontae Monsivais, coming in with a huge tackle for no gain back to the 21.
That is the way you kind of fundamentally teach tackling. You put that face mask right up in the chest, and then just wrap him and bring him down.
Monsivais had a beat on Segovia there. No gain. 2nd and 10 now for the Panthers from the 21-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark. Segovia remains in the backfield with Gonzalez. 3 receivers here to the near side. The man on the top side will go in motion. The handoff is to him. That's Montemayor, who turns the corner at the 15 and is dropped at the 12. About a yard shy there of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 for United South.
Number 21, Armando Leckler, finally wraps him up.
Under 9 minutes left in the first half. The Eagles have 2 timeouts left still. The Panthers have their full complement of 3 timeouts left. The ball is at the 12 on a 3rd and 1 on the near hash mark. Tight formation here for the Panthers with Gonzalez in the shotgun and 2 blockers on his right. He'll keep it himself, follow those 2 blockers, try to swing around at the 10. He's able to get the first down, before being brought down over on the far side. Walker Finlayson in on that tackle, but it's a 1st and goal for the Panthers from the 6.
So the Panthers have answered and are on the move inside the red zone.
.808 left in the first half, and it's a 1st and goal for the Panthers from the 6. Ball on the far hash mark. Gonzalez will take the snap. The handoff is to Segovia. Gets a couple of yards to the 5.
Number 7, Gunnar Caballero, wrapped onto him and held on.
2nd and goal now with 7:38 left in the first half. And the Panthers taking their time coming to the line. Segovia is going to be on the left of Gonzalez, who is in the shotgun. He'll roll left. Here's a counter to Segovia. Heads upfield, now lunges towards the end zone. He'll be short. He's going to be at the half-yard line where it's going to be a 3rd down. And we'll see if the so-called tush push has made it into the high school ranks. Oh, there's a man down. That's Segovia, who's down near the goal line for the Panthers. There's 7:09 left. They're going to take a look at Segovia here, and we'll use the opportunity to take a quick break.
No,
Carlos Segovia down on the field, senior wide receiver and all-around athlete for the Panthers, is still down at about the goal line at about the 1. He took the handoff from the 6-yard line, 5-yard line or so, and then lunged towards the end zone and stayed down. The training staff from United South has been tending to him now for a good while, and now they'll stand him up, and there is a ring of applause from the crowd below us on the United South sideline, and it is always, partner, a good sign to see a young man walking off the field under his own power. You'll notice he's not walking towards the United South sideline. He's actually walking towards the area where the ambulance, where EMS is usually set up during these games, and we wish him nothing but the best and hope that he's able to recover. In the meantime, the Panthers have to come back from the half-yard line now on a 3rd and goal. And the Eagle defense ready for this tight formation. It is indeed the tush push, and into the end zone goes Gonzalez, the quarterback, for another 6 points, and it'll make it 19-13 with the point after attempt coming after.
Well, Ruben, how long do you think it'll take before they outlaw the push?
Yeah, I think it's coming, and I think from what I've heard, it's a player safety issue because you're asking 3 running backs to push your quarterback into a line. Also, the center and some of those big linemen that are right on the other side of the center really get piled up on every time one of those happens. They're going to have to call a timeout, I think, on the point after attempt. The Panthers didn't have their personnel ready down on the field. 6:59 left here in the first half. I do believe it's senior night.
It is.
Here, based on what I'm seeing down on the field. And so the United South seniors will circle the track after the end of this ball game. The Mighty Eagle Band on the other side of the field is getting ready to come on for its halftime performance.
And they're setting up for the point after.
Arturo Gonzalez, the left-footed kicker. The holder is backup quarterback Luis Cisneros. And it's a bad snap, but the kick is up and good anyway. But you got to hand it to Cisneros there. He had to pick that ball up off the ground and then set it down for Gonzalez. And a good job there of getting that kick through. And with 6:59 left in the first quarter, the Eagles have a 5-point lead, 19-14. We'll take a very quick break and be right back. $6:59 left here in the first half, and the Panthers, partner, are making this close. They've managed to keep it a close game, certainly than the Eagles, more than the Eagles would like. This is a high, short kick, and a fair catch is called for at the 30-yard line. Some controversy surrounding that fair catch motion this past week.
Yes.
With the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Number 8, Julio Calderon. Number 8, Sebastian Velasquez made the fair catch. Yes, there was quite a lot of controversy about the clarity of fair catch sign.
That's right. What exactly does a fair catch sign look like? Here come the Eagles from the 29-yard line. Quick pass, caught by Willie Frausto at the 39, and then quickly pushed out of bounds by Nicolas Vega, the junior defensive back. Ball is at the 40, where it is going to be a 2nd and 1 for the Eagles.
Look for the Eagles to really kind of get in a little hurry-up offense here.
That's what they're doing now. Quickly on 2nd and 1, Cadrian Rodriguez with the carry. He'll have enough for an Eagle first down to the 43-yard line.
Run up the middle, gets the first down. Eagles would surely like to put some points on the board before halftime.
There's about 6 minutes and 20 seconds left before the end of the half, and you're right. They are on the move trying to score before the end of the second quarter. Deep drop back for Andres Garcia. Lets the pass go, and the pass is caught at the 20-yard line by Sebastian Velasquez, who had 2 steps on his defender, and a beautiful pass by Andres Garcia.
Well, it was a beautiful pass, but had it been, he kind of overthrew him a little bit, and Sebastian had to sort of extend out to make the catch and had to leave his feet.
Quick pass here to Sebastian Diaz over on the left flat, and Diaz gets that inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. On that long pass, as you mentioned, that Diaz had to stretch out for it and ended up on the ground. 2nd and 3 for the Eagles from the 13. It's a keeper for Garcia, bounces left, hurdles a man, spins around as he nears the 5, and is finally pushed out of bounds over on the far sideline at the 6-yard line. That gain of 7 is enough to give the Eagles a 1st and goal with 5:23 left. Good response here by this Eagle offense.
We have the Eagle band over on the end zone getting ready for their halftime performance.
1st and goal from the 5. It's a keeper by Garcia. He's got to be careful with the ball. Bounces left, still on his feet, heads towards the far corner, and he is in for the touchdown. 6 more points on the board for the Eagles, and already in the first half, Andres Garcia has thrown for 3 and scored 1 now with his legs. And with 4:55 left in the first half, the Eagles have a 25-14 lead.
Garcia with the keeper to the left side of the line actually looked like he was spun around and then did manage to cut the corner and head for the corner of the end zone.
Lázaro Frausto will come on for the point after. Armando Leckler is his holder on these point after attempts. Looking to take an 8-point lead now. There is the kick, or rather a 12-point lead. There's a kick on its way. It'll make it 26-14 in favor of the Eagles with 4:55 left in the first half. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Eagles have a 26-14 lead with 4:55 left in the first half. Lázaro Frausto will kick off to 2 men deep for the Panthers. Roel Hernandez here to this end. He will fair catch that and then fall on it at the 7-yard line. I don't know about that strategy, but...
Well, you have to question fair catching a ball inside your 10-yard line when you still had, I believe, some room to maybe make the catch and try to make a return.
So the Panthers are going to start, well, they're going to say that because he fair caught it, I guess it's at the 25. And so they'll start from there, not where he fumbled it, where he muffed it back here at the 10. So 4:55 left. The Panthers start from the 25-yard line. The Eagles have a 26-14 lead, and here's Gonzalez again all alone in the backfield waiting for the snap. It's a keeper. Up the middle he goes, and he gets past the first line of defenders and does a good job of getting his 10 yards to the 35 for a Panther first down.
It's going to be very critical for the Eagle defense here to make a stand and not allow the Panthers to put any more points on the board before halftime.
The Eagles did kick off to start the game, so they will get the ball first in the second half. But as you mentioned, it's very important that they do not let the Panthers creep up on them again here towards the end of the second half. Quick pass here to Roel Hernandez who picks it up off the ground almost at the 35, and then gets it close to the 45 for another first down. He's about a yard shy, 2nd and 1 coming up.
He went out of bounds, and that stopped the clock.
With 4:17 left in the first half. Gonzalez now with a man in the backfield. The handoff goes to the other Gonzalez, the kicker. Now that Segovia is out of the game, Arturo Gonzalez is the backup running back, and he's got enough for a Panther first down in Eagle territory now at the 48.
Knocked out, spun out of bounds on the far side of the field in front of the Eagle bench.
The clock stops again as the running back goes out of bounds on the far side with 4:09 left. And a quick pass here, a quick screen, and Montemayor does a good job of getting past a bunch of defenders and making something out of that to the 42.
You know, that pass out in a flat is done with a lot of coverage around it. And sooner or later, you're going to figure they're going to talk about it at halftime, the Eagle defense is.
There's a lot of hands around that ball as it's being delivered to the receiver on either side, on either of the flats. 3:40 left in the first half. Ball on the far hash mark. Gonzalez is in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Hands off to, that's actually a keeper. And Gonzalez will come to the near hash mark before being dropped at the 40-yard line, 2 yards shy of a first down.
Number 7, Gunnar Caballero, did not go for the fake. He knew that he was going to keep it.
So he was on the quarterback, Daniel Gonzalez there, or David Gonzalez. 3rd and 2 for the Panthers here. Ball on the near hash mark. David Gonzalez with the in the shotgun with Arturo Gonzalez on his right. And here comes the pressure, and it's intercepted at the 41-yard line by number 3, Tristan Gonzalez. You talked about it, partner. Eventually, they had a beat on those short passes out in the flat, and Tristan Gonzalez stepped right in front of that.
Not only that, but we had really good pressure put on the quarterback. We do have an Eagle down, unfortunately, at about the Panther 46-yard line.
2:52 left in the first half. They'll attend to one of the Eagle defenders down there at about the 42. That's Gunnar Caballero, up now under his own power and heading slowly over to the far sideline. Coach Tom Gonzalez will walk him toward the sideline. Of course, Coach Tom Gonzalez, a one-time defensive coordinator for then head coach Eddie Graff. And Coach Tom's bread and butter is on the defensive side of the ball. The Eagles, after that turnover, have the ball at the 44-yard line with 2:52 left in the first half. Long pass by Andres Garcia to the far side, and it's, dropped over on the far side by Sebastian Velasquez. A very close play. He had to come back for it, I think, a little bit more, as it was on his hip.
Was on his hip, and he gets up with a slight limp over there. They got the coverage they wanted, a 1-and-1 coverage on the far side of the field.
Single coverage. Eduardo Salazar, the senior defensive back, running with Sebastian Velasquez there. 2nd and 10 now from the 44. Garcia from the shotgun takes the snap. Quick pass to Sebastian Diaz on the far side. He gets past the first tackler, but then is brought down as he crosses the 45 to the 46-yard line. A gain of only a couple of yards there will bring up a 3rd and 8 now for the Eagles. 2.5 minutes left in this first half, in which the Eagles have led the whole way, but the Panthers have refused to go away.
2:21 left. The Eagles on a critical 3rd down here.
3rd and 7 now for the Eagles from the 46. Garcia all alone in the backfield, drops back to pass, and it's intercepted after the tip at the 39-yard line, and streaking down the sideline is number 25, Nicolas Vega, who was fortunate to get a very long tip fall into his hands. There is a flag here at the end of the play, but I had just mentioned that these Panthers will not go away, and if you keep giving them chances, it can be dangerous. They've got the ball back now on an interception in Eagle territory.
Number 14, Wilfredo Frausto, knocked him out of bounds, and I'm not quite sure if I don't think he was out of bounds when he was hit. This may be going against the Panthers.
It's a personal foul. And it's going to cost them 15 yards in the other direction. That's good for the Eagles because the Panthers now are going to start over here at the 48-yard line in their own territory, 47 in their own territory.
A pass that was slightly high to the Eagle receiver, and then one of those tip drills, except this one was extremely long. It went up in the air.
So dueling interceptions on the changes of possession here late in the first half. 2:01 left. Gonzalez from the shotgun. New running back in the backfield, Joaquin Montemayor there, who gets the carry, tries to turn upfield, and is brought down after a gain of about 3 yards right at the 50.
The Eagle defense did a good job of stringing him out to the far side of the field, and the defense finally able to catch up with him and bring him down.
Clock will keep running. I'm in at 39 left now in the first half. United South has 2 timeouts left. It's a 2nd and 7 for the Panthers. Gonzalez again in the shotgun will take the snap, fakes the handoff, comes up, and it's batted down and nearly intercepted by Alan Rodriguez.
Eagles are hoping to get the football back here. 121 on the incomplete pass.
Ball will remain at the 50 on a 3rd and 7 now for United South. Ball on the far hash mark. Gonzalez in the shotgun. Has 3 receivers over to the far side, or 2 over to the far side, 2 here on the left side of the formation, and a running back on his right. On a 3rd and 7, the Eagle defense looking to hold. Gonzalez looks left, now looks down the middle of the field. Roel Hernandez is unable to come up with it. Good coverage there by Christian Gonzalez. Nothing doing there. The ball falls incomplete, and on comes the punting team for the Panthers.
Eagle offense will get this football with about 1:15 left before the half, and you can rest assured that they are going to go into a hurry-up offense, a 2-minute drill.
Arturo Gonzalez is back to receive the snap for the punt, and I believe that's Pepe Hernandez waiting for this over at the 15-yard line. The Eagles have 1:15 to maneuver.
Would be nice to get us a run back.
That would be just what the doctor ordered. It's a high snap over the head of Gonzalez. He's trying to pick it up at the 25. Here comes the Eagle coverage team, and they're going to drop him at the 22. That's slightly better than a run back or it's not as good as a run back for a touchdown, but it's certainly, partner, with 1:08, puts the Eagles in very good field position.
That's as good as returning the punt, except you're not in the end zone.
That's right.
Because the field position is excellent. Almost inside the red zone. The ball is at the 22-yard line, Panther territory.
1:08, and the Eagles are in business here deep in United South territory. Here's Garcia with the snap, and it's intercepted at the 5-yard line, and there's lots of running room for the defensive back, still on his feet, runs into his own man, and all the way into Eagle territory goes Eduardo Salazar, who picked that at the 5. Andres Garcia was looking around, looked to his right, let the pass go, and Salazar was right there in the throwing lane.
Number 54 for the Eagles finally made the tackle. Jose Rendon making the tackle on the near sideline after the interception. But the Panthers are now back in business at the Eagle 46.
1st and 10 from there. Gonzalez will take the snap, rolls right, looking downfield. Now he'll keep it himself. He's got room, and he is upended at the 45-yard line. The clock will keep running as Gonzalez didn't make it all the way out of bounds.
Number 3 with the tackle over there, Tristan Gonzalez. And now with 42 seconds, well, now they've stopped the clock. I believe we have a timeout.
On 2nd down after a gain of only 2 yards to the 44, the Panthers will take their 2nd timeout of the half. Tomorrow, Morris and I and our team will be back here in Laredo, across town at Shirley Field for a game between the Mavericks and the Martin Tigers.
Tomorrow, our technical engineer is going to have to change her attire. She's got this Eagle throw blanket around her here in the press box. You know how old that blanket is? It was probably around before you were born. Belongs to your aunt. I shouldn't say that because that lets everybody know how old we are.
It's a good Eagles blanket. Still getting the job done. Sure we'll have some Maverick merchandise to keep us warm tomorrow over at Shirley Field at LISD. 42 seconds left here in the first half, and the Panthers have a 2nd and 8 from the 44-yard line with the ball on the far hash mark. 1 timeout left for United South. Gonzalez will be in the backfield along with Arturo Gonzalez. Takes the snap. Here comes the defensive pressure. That pass is overthrown, intended up the middle of the field for Montemayor to stop the clock, though, with 38 seconds on the incompletion.
There's a little bit of confusion there. You got some of the down linemen, offensive linemen for the Panthers looking back and saying, hey, I want to think maybe they sort of snapped that too early, didn't they?
It might have. The receiver wasn't really in his route completely. 38 seconds left on a 3rd and 8. The handoff is to Montemayor coming to the near side, and the Eagles stay home and cover that well for a loss of a yard to the 45. And now if you're the Eagles, do you call a timeout and try to save yourself about 26, 27 seconds on a 4th and 9? It doesn't look like they are. It looks like they're going to let the Panthers punt this. Actually, the Panthers don't need to do anything because the play clock and the game clock are not close, and so United South does not need to snap this ball anymore to bring the first half to an end. Again, the Eagles will receive first in the second half, and indeed the clock will – well, now we've got a timeout by United South with 3 seconds left on the clock. I guess
they're going to go for it.
Head coach Jose Cos does not want to keep it in his pocket, and he'll say, let's see how far David Gonzalez can throw a football. And if he can get it about 50 yards or so, they might be in business. And, of course, if you're the Eagles, you're going to set somebody down there and just knock it down.
Here comes the Hail Mary as those last-minute passes into the end zone have been dubbed in football lingo.
So named by Roger Staubach, if I'm not mistaken, back in the 70s. 3 seconds left on the clock, and the Panthers are going to heave one into the end zone here. The Eagles playing a prevent defense with defenders standing, they're all hens team, standing at about the 25-yard line. Movement on the line, on the right side of the Panther line. That's going to add 5 yards to the amount that David Gonzalez is going to be asked to throw.
It's going to be really important here for the offensive line for the Panthers to give Gonzalez some time to throw this football, give his receivers time to get downfield as deep as possible.
Might see a gimmick play too, might be a hook and ladder here to end the half. High snap, Gonzalez brings it down. It's a quick screen intended for Montemayor, who can't ever get his hands on the ball cleanly, and the ball is on the ground, and the half will end on an incompletion right there at about the 50-yard line. Well, partner, we talked about it to start the game. The Eagles had to be careful, and we've talked about it the past 2 weeks. The Eagles had to be careful not to fall behind early, which is something that happened to them in the first 2 games of the district season. They have not. Their offense has responded a little spotty there towards the end of the first half with those 2 interceptions. And United South, Coach Javier Cárdenas talked to us about it at the prediction show. In the portion that our viewing audience couldn't hear early on in the prediction show, but he talked about how United South is that kind of team you don't want to let them hang around because they could come back and hurt you. If you're the coaching staff for the Eagles, what are you telling your team here at halftime?
One of the things you're telling them is with one of the United South premier offensive players, as we saw probably out of the game, you're going to see who's going to step up, and that's going to be talked about by the Panthers at halftime. So now you've got to tell your defense to sort of redirect everything you sort of worked on all week long. Now they're going to have to redirect it and see who's going to step up for the Panther offense.
We'll see what happens in the second half. For the meantime, the Eagles have a 26-14 lead. The Mighty Eagle Band lining up for their performance, and the Diamond Dance Team as well, waiting to perform here at halftime. 26. In about 26 minutes, we will be back with you here on Eagle Pass Sports Central. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us. We do want to thank our sponsors before we leave for halftime. We'll get those pulled up for you. And we want to thank, on behalf of Universal Media Connections, Valde Record Service, Nevares Law Firm, Allstate Onésimo Elizondo, Saritas Tortilla Factory, TNT Rentals, IBC Bank, Stat Emergency Center, R&R Safety Wear LLC, Tienda de los Venados, Tabanay Insurance, Chapa Law Group, Choches Barbecue, Benavides Roads Insurance, Lorena Melo State Farm, Brown Chevrolet, Vargas Hardware, Reese & Associates, Maverick AC Supply, Rudy's Optical, Yopos, and United Medical Centers. And also Capital Insurance Services, Clarissa Rivera. And for Eagle Pass Sports Central, we want to thank our friend Alan Ortiz over at Brown Buick GMC of Eagle Pass, and our friend Rodney Wynn, who hosted us this past week there at Ancita Ford. And also State Representative Eddie Morales, Choches Barbecue, where the prediction show will be this coming week, and IBC Bank. We will be back for the start of the second half. 26-14 is the Eagle lead. Welcome back for the start of the second half. Ruben Valadez and Morris Lipson Jr. along with you here on Eagle Pass Sports Central on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. We want to thank all of those of you at home watching and those of you all across the state and all over the country who are watching us here on Eagle Pass Sports Central. Partner, the Eagles have a 26-14 lead. They're about to get the ball back, and this very first possession of the second half is going to be important to set the tone.
Most especially, they actually played the half like they wanted to play, putting some points on the board, but it's going to be very important what happens here in the second half.
Gonzalez takes a huge running start to kick this off, and it is fielded about a yard deep in the end zone down there and only to the 12-yard line. The return man, that's Sebastian Velasquez with the return and complicating things a little bit for the Eagles there.
You know, Ruben, it looked like that ball was the kicker took a long running start. To
I don't think I've ever seen something like that.
And actually got a pretty good foot into it so that it was almost at the goal line. And I think that kind of surprised Sebastian.
The Eagles will start at the 12. The handoff is to Kadrian Rodriguez, and Kadrian bounces left and is able to get some good yardage across the 20. They'll mark him down at the 20, actually, a gain of 8 yards.
We start the second half. The Eagle Pass Eagles leading 26-14.
On a 2nd and 2 now from the shotgun, Andres Garcia. He'll hand off to Kadrian again, and he'll get a full head of steam to the 21. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 now. Just underway here. Sorry, partner. Just underway here in the second half. On a windy night, you could hear it. If you were listening in at halftime to the Mighty Eagle Band, you could hear the wind from those outside mics whipping around. It's a windy night here at the SAC in Laredo. 3rd and 1. Another handoff to Kadrian Rodriguez. And I don't know if he got that. I think he's going to get a good spot right at the 22, and that'll be good enough to move the chains.
It was really, really close, and that would have just really put the Eagles in a tough spot with a 4th down, inside the 25. But he did lunge forward enough to get a 1st down.
So the Eagles have a fresh set of downs now from the 22. We'll try to get some score updates from around the district and from around the area for you. Here is Garcia dropping back to pass. The pass is caught by Pepe Hernandez at the 25. They'll give him forward progress to the 27. So a gain of 5 yards on that catch by Pepe Hernandez makes it a 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. 9:52 showing here in the third quarter. You saw the Mighty Eagle Band down on the field at halftime. Tomorrow, again, Eagle Pass Sports Central will be right back here in Laredo at Shirley Field for that important game between the Mavericks and the Martin Tigers. 2nd and 7 now. And a quick pass that's up in the air and picked off at the 35-yard line by Reggie Ramos. And Ramos then puts it on the ground at the 19. So a fumble after the return on the interception. Let's see who comes out of that pile with it. The Panthers say they have it, and they do at the 19, the 3rd interception of the ballgame thrown by Andres Garcia.
Another one of those passes that the receiver goes off of his fingertips and is picked off in the air by the Panthers.
So from the 19-yard line, the ball on the far hash mark. Go United South. David Gonzalez in the shotgun has Joaquin Montemayor in the backfield with him. Little swing pass to Montemayor on the left flat is incomplete. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 now.
Eagle defense being put to the test very early here in the second half. We expected the Eagles to receive the football and mount a good drive down the field, and that did not materialize.
Clock stops with 9:12 in the third quarter. The Panthers, after that interception inside the red zone. Here's a handoff to Arturo Gonzalez. Up the middle of the formation, he goes to the 15, a gain of 4 on that carry, and it'll be a 3rd and 6 now for the Panthers.
You know, we mentioned number 7, Carlos Segovia, the wide receiver for the Panthers. We have not seen him in the second half after he actually was taken in the opposite direction and not over to the sideline.
Here's 3rd and 5 for the Panthers from inside the 15. The handoff again is to Arturo Gonzalez, and he's going to get held up at the 14-yard line by a bunch of Eagles there. Good job by that Eagle defensive line of coming in. Gunnar Caballero in on that tackle to bring up a very, very tricky 4th and 5 now for the Panthers from the 14.
You know, without Segovia down on the field, the Eagle defense has been able to redirect some of its attention to some of the other Panther offensive threats.
Other than Segovia and maybe Roel Hernandez, not much on offense for the Panthers. 4th and 4 from the 14-yard line. Gonzalez rolls left, looks downfield. The pass is incomplete, intended there for Aiden Rodriguez. Gunnar Caballero and Armando Leckler there covering, and the ball will go over on downs at the 19-yard line, at the 14-yard line, rather.
So the Eagles have dodged the bullet after the turnover. You won't see too many evenings where Andres Garcia will throw 3 interceptions.
He started out very well for the Eagles. He does have 4 touchdowns already. Here's a handoff to Kadrian Rodriguez. Up the far hash mark to about the 18. 4 yards on that gain, on that carry.
Eagles showing you a running game here, but they are still spreading the field pretty well with receivers far to each side, wide to each side. Let's look for that 1-on-1 coverage down the sidelines.
Kadrian Rodriguez in the backfield again with Andres Garcia. Here's Willie Frausto in motion. The handoff goes to him. He'll try to turn the corner on the far side and is able to. He gets to the 20, 2 yards on that carry. And it brings up a 3rd and 4 now.
He did it. He was able to cut the corner. The only problem was they really strung him out to the far side of the field before he cut upfield.
Actually marked him down at the 19. So it's a 3rd and about 5. From there, ball on the far hash mark. Andres Garcia is in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. The pass is caught by Sebastian Diaz at the 27, and that's good enough for an Eagle first down.
A bullet pass by Garcia to Sebastian Diaz right over the middle.
6:44 left in the third quarter, and the Eagles are on the move after surviving an interception. And the Panthers came away with no points on their possession. Andres Garcia with Kadrian Rodriguez in the backfield, takes the snap, keeps it, and he's got room on the far sideline, still on his feet at the 40. Kadrian Rodriguez got lit up in the backfield, and I don't know if he was supposed to hand that ball off or not, but Andres Garcia made a good choice by keeping it himself and running it over on the far side.
Faked the handoff and headed to the far side of the field, and then put on some good moves to get the first down.
Ball is at the 41 now. On the far hash mark, 6 minutes exactly left here in the third quarter. And Andres Garcia, who has thrown 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions already in this game, hands off to Kadrian Rodriguez. He'll lose a yard back to the 40. It's a 2nd and long coming up now for the Eagles.
Eagles working on establishing a running game like we mentioned, but nonetheless, they are still spreading the field really, really well with very good quality receivers.
2nd and 10 from the 41. Garcia's in the backfield all by himself. Lots of movement on the line. Somebody didn't have the snap count quite right down there for the Eagles, and it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Those yellow hankies went up in unison all the way across the field.
Everybody saw it. We saw it here as well. After the step off, the ball will be at the 37 with 5:16 left here in the third quarter. Andres Garcia will be in the shotgun with Cadrian Rodriguez on his left and 2 receivers on either side of the formation. There's a snap, dropping straight back is Garcia. He's got a man open down here. Willie Frausto in and out of his hands at about the 44-yard line. He had room. They'd given him plenty of cushion. Morris just thrown slightly out of his reach.
4:58 as the clock stops on the incompletion, and it is a 3rd and long for Eagle Pass.
3rd and 15, 3rd and 14 or so for the Eagles. Garcia has 2 receivers on either side of the formation in the shotgun with Cadrian Rodriguez on his left hip. He'll take the snap, drops back, steps up because of the defensive pressure, and they're going to sack him inside the 35 at the 33-yard line, a loss of 2 yards. And all of a sudden, the Eagle offense here in the last couple of drives, the first 2 drives of the first half, has stalled. And this is one of the things that we talked about. You don't want to let the Panthers just hang around and hang around.
Esteban Gonzalez, the Panther linebacker, blitzed from the left side and got a clear shot at Andres Garcia.
Willie Frausto is the come to the near side, heads up field now before running into the Eagle coverage team right there on the near sideline. Number 34 for the Eagles, Devante Monsivais, one of the ones in the area putting on the big hit.
And as you mentioned, the big hit as he came down the near sideline here, and they put the football down, the nose of the football at the 38-yard line, with 4:08 left here in the third quarter, and the Eagles leading 26-14.
Here come the Panthers now from the 38. A little counter play. Arturo Gonzalez gets the ball across the 40 to the 42.
You mentioned that we were from the microphones at halftime, a pretty brisk wind there blowing to the north.
We can see the flags on top of the goalposts and the United States flag over to our left. Here's another counter for Arturo Gonzalez, who's got a bunch of room up the middle of that Eagle defense, and he's into Eagle territory now at the 47, and it looks like here on the past couple of plays that the Panthers have found something on the ground.
Well, they found something up on the ground. They went in and made some adjustments, and they really have not thrown the football that much.
They do have the back at their wind, the wind at their back here on this drive with 3:06 left in the third quarter. They faked the counter this time, and then that pass is incomplete as David Gonzalez had Gunnar Caballero in his face as he was attempting that pass over on the right flat.
We talked about David Gonzalez in the first half. We returned a kickoff and came up limping a little bit. You
can see the flags waving on the scoreboard over to our right. 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line for the Panthers now. Gonzalez in the shotgun, his 2 receivers on either side, and Arturo Gonzalez in the backfield along with him. The handoff is to Arturo Gonzalez. He'll move the pile inside the 45 to the 44, a 3-yard gain now. And the Eagle defense has the Panthers on a 3rd and 7.
2:42 and counting here in the third quarter.
Ball will be on the near hash mark. And it looks like David Gonzalez will have 3 receivers all bunched up here to the near side, and Montemayor split out wide right. Now he'll put a man in motion.
Trying to draw the Eagles off sides.
Jonathan Tello is in the right slot now. After the motion, here's the snap. Quick pass caught by Roel Hernandez at the 45, and it's going to be a very close depending on the spot. Hernandez was pushed out of bounds inside the 40. He needs to get to the 37 for a first down. They will not give it to him. He's out of bounds at the 38. And on a 4th and 1, the Panther offense will stay on the field. The clock stops with 2:05 as Hernandez was pushed out of bounds.
Look for the Eagle defense to maybe take a little bit of a chance here and sort of, really box it in the middle. See if they can contain.
And maybe try to clock the snap. That's exactly what they were trying to do. It's a keeper by David Gonzalez who ggets tripped up.
Oh, that's going to be close, but I think he made it.
I believe from the spot down here on the linesman down here who's spotting him at the 36, that's going to be enough for a Panther first down. But it was very close. A good shoestring tackle there by the Eagle defense. Number 24, Kristen Gonzalez, knifed in there to be able to do that. They're going to measure this actually, and I don't know that they need to measure it. Looks from up here like they've got enough for a first down based on the spot, but we'll see what they decide.
I believe your eagle eye is correct, and you're pretty well lined up with it there, aren't you?
I'm sitting here right at about the 45. This is about 8 yards over to my left. On the at the facilities here at the SAC, well, I want to thank the folks at United ISD for their hospitality. That's plenty for a first down down there, and the Panthers will have a fresh set of downs from the 36-yard line.
We remember coming here when this place first was open, and this was, of course, at that time one of the premier stadiums in South Texas.
State of the art at the time, old Kruger Field, where United played before this. Here's Arturo Gonzalez in motion. David Gonzalez looks that way and gets the ball to him. And Gonzalez gets past a couple of Eagle defenders before being brought down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5 on that play.
That's that quick sideline pass to the right side. We missed the tackle on him right after he caught the football and was able to get more yardage.
I remember, partner, you and I having to maneuver our way to the roof of Kruger Field to broadcast from there when there wasn't enough room in the press box over there, having to put up tables and chairs up through a little hole in the press box back in the day. Here's a keeper by David Gonzalez, bounces left and manages to move the pile inside the 30 to the 28. And this is a very slow-moving but very successful drive here by the Panthers.
And here is another third down now for the Panther offense as the Eagle defense working hard to make sure they don't get this first down.
3rd and 2. There's 33 seconds left in the third quarter. The Panthers are looking to get on the board. Another counter for Arturo Gonzalez, and this time the Eagle defense is right on them. Gunnar Caballero was in the backfield just waiting for Gonzalez. So was Isar Mauricio. Good job by them. And I do believe that will be the last play of the third quarter. And when we come back, the Panthers are going to have a 4th and 5 from the 30-yard line. And for the moment, it looks like they are keeping their offense on the field. Headed to the fourth quarter with the Eagles maintaining a 26-14 lead. We'll be right back. At the start of the fourth quarter, the Eagles maintaining that 26-14 lead, no scores in the third quarter for either team. And here's on a 4th and 4, the Panthers on a stretch play, if you could call it that. Two men ran with the ball at the same time, basically there. But David Gonzalez does not have enough for a first down at the 29-yard line of a gain of only a yard. And the ball goes over on downs. And I believe that's the quarterback, David Gonzalez, who's down there at about the 28-yard line. And that would be a huge loss for the Panthers.
Well, the quarterback and the running back, both of them, I think, he was leaving his options to maybe not hand off and try to take it to the far side. And they just sort of, Eagle defense just sort of closed the hole on him. But we had seen Gonzalez favor, his leg earlier in this ball game, and now he is gingerly limping off the field.
We'll see who comes back out at quarterback for the Panthers when they get the ball back. We're at the start of the fourth quarter now, and the Eagles will start at the 29-yard line.
But the Eagles have dodged the bullet as the defense came up really big.
Several times in this second half. That Eagle defense usually does get stronger as the game moves along. Quick pass to Sebastian Diaz at about the 26-yard line, and he's on his horse, 35 at the 40, and finally goes out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. And it's good enough for an Eagle first down. The ball will be on the near hash mark at the 43. And the Eagles now, of course, with this 12-point lead, in no particular hurry to get these snaps off. Andres Garcia from the shotgun. Hands off to Emilio Mendoza. And Mendoza, who's had more than a couple of carries already in this game, gets it to the 44, where it'll be a 2nd and 9. And there is an Eagle down there on the field. They're going to come out to check on the young man. Here comes the training staff with about 11 and a half minutes left here in this ball game. Is that Andres Garcia?
No, I was trying to check. It doesn't look like him. Coach Tom Gonzalez is out checking on his player.
That's one of the linemen. I saw 5.
We saw 5 because the number's 5-5. You saw a double 5.
That's right. I'm just seeing double up in the booth. Armando Molleda, senior offensive lineman, being helped off the field over to the far sideline. And his replacement will come in here on a 2nd and 9 for the Eagles with still 11 and a half minutes left in the ball game. Senior night here at the SAC. The United South Senior Panthers assembled here. We'll walk around the track. Andres Garcia with a good catch by Sebastian Diaz at the 45 on a nice slant over to the left side where Sebastian Diaz was coming from, and he's finally brought down inside the 40 to the 38.
Andres Garcia led him just perfectly with the bullet pass as he was going from left to right across the middle of the field on the slant.
It's a first down for the Eagles at the 38-yard line. Garcia looking for someone downfield, and he's going to get caught in the backfield and sacked back here at the 44. A loss of 6 yards on the sack, and now Garcia is being helped to his feet by his lineman.
Garcia looked like he was going to stand up and quickly throw that ball, and he saw something there that he says, hey, I'm not going to throw this. I don't have a man open, and then he was quickly brought down.
He looked downfield and saw that whatever he was looking for was covered up, I think, and then had nothing to do but swallow it and take the sack. 10-17 left in the game. 2nd and 14 now for the Eagles. Garcia rolls right, There's the pass. It's caught at the 35-yard line, and upfield goes Sebastian Diaz, still on his feet, inside the 20, then loses the ball at the 15, and the Panthers will fall on top of it. The fourth turnover of the game for the Eagle offense. Sebastian Diaz did an outstanding job after he caught that pass of getting it upfield, and on that final break toward the sideline down here, somebody came in from behind him and stripped him, and another turnover comes to bite the Eagles.
Ruben, I was thinking to myself as that play was developing, at the second effort that he was making to go off being hit, and then at the last moment, just there at the last effort that he made, the ball came loose.
Well, the Panthers end up with the ball at the 15-yard line. This is David Gonzalez back in at quarterback. Here's one that's up for grabs, up in the air, and incomplete, intended in the middle of the field at about the 45-yard line for Roel Hernandez. And a good job of playing center field, as you would call it, by the deep safety there for the Eagles.
Actually, there was double coverage there by the time the football got there. And actually, the ball popped up in the air like it has so many times tonight and went off one of the Eagle helmets.
I want to say hello to the Juarez family back in Eagle Pass. Coach Juarez and his girls listening in tonight on Eagle Pass Sports Central. Well, Coach Juarez is here with the team. The Juarez girls are down there in Eagle Pass. Montemayor with the catch here across the 20 to the 22. A gain of 7 on that play.
Number 2, Walker Finlayson, knocking him out of bounds.
It's a 3rd and 3 now. Here's the handoff to Arturo Gonzalez. He's going to get swallowed up before he reaches the 25 at the 23. And it's going to be a 4th and about 2 now.
Well, we've seen the Panthers go for it on 4th down several times. I don't think they're going to be that brave here.
Well, they're running out of time. They've got to get 12 points.
They are going to go for it.
They are going to stay on the field here, try to get those 2 yards to extend this drive. Gonzalez from the shotgun takes the snap, keeps it himself, looking for room on the right side of the line, and I think he is able to get that across the 25 to the 27 for a Panther first down.
Quarterback Gonzalez decided from the very beginning that he was going to keep that football and found just enough of a gap to get through there to get the first down.
It's been a long time since we've said hello to the girls on Bonnet Street, too. Hope they're doing well. We'll try to get our camera fixed for you here. Quick pass. We'll do it like the old radio days, partner. Quick pass to Montemayor down here to the 31-yard line. Gain of 4 yards, brings up 2nd down.
8:20. This clock is we're keeping a close eye on this clock tonight.
8:20, 2nd and 7 now for the Panthers. The handoff is to Arturo Gonzalez, who follows his blockers and gets it to the 34 before being stopped.
Eagle defense has been really doing a good job of on all the 3rd and short. This is another 3rd and 3.
7:54 left in the 3rd quarter. Quick pass to Montemayor, who makes the catch. Is at the 40, down at across the 45 to the 46. This drive might eventually make it onto your screen as they move towards where our camera is pointing right now. 7:25 left in the ball game here, and it's another first down for the Panthers. Gonzalez rolls left. The pass is caught at the 49 by Diego Torres, and he's dropped there immediately. As we hit the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. .648 left in the ball game. Gonzalez back to pass. Pass is incomplete down here at the 30-yard line. Looks like there's going to be some flags. Walker Finlayson there to defend. That's exactly what the call is. It's a pass interference call against Walker Finlayson, and that's going to put the ball in Eagle territory now, all the way down here at the 44. Looks like it'll actually be at the 36. Now the action is within range of our camera. The handoff to Arturo Gonzalez. He'll get a couple of yards inside the 35. Now they're to the 33. On a long drive that started all the way back at the United South 22-yard line, and they have been steadily moving downfield on this Eagle defense. They can make this close if they can score here in the next couple of minutes. Gonzalez from the shotgun takes the snap, keeps it himself, tries the right side of the line, now bounces right, and he's brought down at the 26-yard line on a strong tackle by Adrian Rodriguez there. We'll see if that's enough for a first down. It certainly is. 1st and 10 for the Panthers there from the 26. 5:42 left in the ball game. Gonzalez will take the snap. Looks right. There's the pass. It's tipped at the line and it flutters onto the field. Intended for Joaquin Montemayor down there at about the 20-yard line. But again, that pass was tipped before it got any air underneath it at the line. 2nd and 10 from the 26 for United South now. The clock stops with 5:27 left in the ball game. Gonzalez, here's the counter to Arturo Gonzalez, who's got room to roam. He gets inside the 20 to the 19. A couple of yards shy of a first down. This is for sure 4-down territory now for the Panthers from here on out. The ball will be at the 19-yard line on a 3rd and 3. The ball is at the far hash mark. Here comes one of the offensive linemen for United South off the field, down on the near side. Now David Gonzalez in the shotgun with Arturo Gonzalez on his right and only one receiver split out wide right. That's Montemayor down here to the near side. It's a quarterback keeper, and David Gonzalez has enough room to get the Panthers a first down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, a 5-yard gain for the Panther quarterback there. .424 and counting left in the game, and the Panthers are at the 19-yard line. Here's a handoff. Actually, it's a keeper by Gonzalez. You'll get it to the 11. A 3-yard gain on a very long drive. This is the 16th. This will be the 17th play of this drive. 3:50 left. And Arturo Gonzalez with the carry, still on his feet inside the 5 with 3:34 left. It's a 1st and goal now from the 1, actually from the 3-yard line. David Gonzalez awaits the snap from the shotgun. Here's a handoff, and Arturo Gonzalez gets that down to the 1 and is stopped by the Eagle defense. Thank you for joining us, those of you that are watching us on the Eagle Pass Sports Central Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. Here are the Panthers knocking on the door. It's a quarterback keeper. They're trying to push him in, but I don't think he got in. He's at the half-yard line now. And the clock continues to tick under 3 minutes. .234 now, and the Panthers trying to get into the end zone and cut this 12-point lead by the Eagles. Again on the quarterback sneak, and this time Gonzalez still no call from the officials down on the field. Waiting on a touchdown call still. There it is. It is a Panther touchdown. It comes with 2:05 left in the ball game, and it inches them closer. 26-20 should be the score now. Waiting for it to change up on the scoreboard. Arturo Gonzalez will stay on the field to attempt this point after. That'll cut the Eagle lead back down to 5 if it is successful. There's 2:05 left in the ball game. And the score is Eagles 26, Panthers 20. Arturo Gonzalez will attempt the point after. The kick is on its way. There's flags on the play. The kick is good, I believe, and they're going to decline the penalty against the Eagles. And so with 2:05 left to score, Eagles 26. I'm waiting for them to. It's a personal foul against the Eagles. That's going to be important because they're going to enforce that on the kickoff, and United South will have a very short kick. 26-21 is the score with 2:05. We'll be right back. Here comes the kickoff while we try to get our camera positioned for you. The Panthers are kicking off from the Eagle 45-yard line. And the kick is recovered, I believe, on a short onside kick by the Panthers. At least that's the early indication. There are flags on the play down there. And the Eagles did recover. So they will start from there.
Here come the Eagles.
From the 41-yard line, with 2:05 left. It's a keeper by Andres Garcia, who tries to juke some defenders, gets past the first wave of defenders, and is down at the 45-yard line. Our signal for the meantime camera reset itself too.
Okay, so
We have a timeout on the field. We apologize for the delay. Some technical issues up here in the booth. There's 48 seconds left on the clock here at the SAC. The Panthers smartly used all three of their timeouts with the last possession by the Eagles on offense. Held them to minimal yards, and the Eagles had to punt. They did so with the wind at their back. And so the ball now is at the 25-yard line with 48 seconds left. The Eagles have just used their timeout. It's a 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the 48-yard line. Our camera is stationary now up here in our booth. Gonzalez rolls left. He'll keep it himself. Still looking downfield. The ball is up in the air. And I believe that's a fumble recovered by the Eagles down there at the 25-yard line. The coaches for United South are on the field saying that the ball was, that this was a forward pass. And it should be called incomplete. We'll see what the call is down on the field. But the Eagles have recovered the fumble, and they will take over at the 26-yard line on the far hash mark. With 39 seconds left in the game, the Eagles should be able to just kneel it now. United South has no timeouts left, and so the Eagles should be able to just take a knee, and they will come out of here with a very close victory, 26-21. Again, we apologize for losing you there for a little bit, or for you losing us. We had some technical difficulties up here in the booth at the SAC in Laredo. 39 seconds left, and Andres Garcia will take a knee at the 30-yard line. And the Eagles should not have to snap it again once they reset the 40-second play clock. And they will not have to snap it again. And that'll be the last play of the ball game. As the teams line up at midfield. 2 district victories in a row now for the Eagles. Last week against LBJ down in Eagle Pass, and this week against United South here. That brings them to 2-2 in district, with a very crucial game next week down there in Eagle Pass against Del Rio. Eagle Pass Sports Center will be down there for that game. We want to thank our sponsors, Valde, on behalf of Universal Media Connections, Valde Record Service, Nevada's Law Firm, Allstate, Onésimo Elizondo, Saritas Tortilla Factory, TNT Rentals, IBC Bank, Stat Emergency, R&R Safety Wear LLC, Tienda de los Venados, Capital Insurance Services, Clarissa Rivera, Tabanny Insurance, Chapa Law Group, Choches Barbecue, Benavides Roads Insurance, Lorena Melo State Farm, Brown Chevrolet, Vargas Hardware, Ruiz & Associates, Maverick AC Supplies, Rudy's Apco, Yopos United Medical Centers, and for Eagle Pass Sports Central, Brown Chevrolet, Buick, GMC of Eagle Pass, Ancira Ford of Eagle Pass, State Representative Eddie Morales, IBC Bank, and Choches Barbecue. Final score here from Laredo: Eagles 26, Panthers 21. We thank all of you for joining us here on Eagle Pass Sports Central. We'll see you tomorrow for the game between the Mavericks and the Martin Tigers. Thank you so much for joining us. For my broadcasting partner, Morris Lipson Jr., our audio-visual engineer, Cristina Valadez, have a great evening. We'll see you next time.